Hey, what's up everyone? Today I'm going to show you how I color grade my GH5 footage. I've got these clips from the last short film I shot all on my GH5, and I'm going to show you the more advanced way that I edit them. Sometimes just throwing the Lumix LUT over top isn't enough, and I want to get more in depth with my color grade to make sure everything pops as it should. So let's hop into Premiere Pro and I'll show you how I do that. So I've got these two clips here. And I just want obviously them to be a lot more graded than they are now. So let's start by selecting the clip and go to color. And now just do any sort of change here. I'll bring the whites up a bit. And now I'm going to go back to the editing panel and I'm going to create a mask. So I'm going to click this right here, 4-point polygon mask. And I'm going to isolate just the top of this clip. I want to start by just color grading the trees and the rocks because I want them to be nice and vibrant and stand out, but I don't want that vibrancy to run through the whole image because the water and the orca will look really, really bad. So I'll add a bit more of a feather to it, just so there's a bit of a gradient down here. And now that we've have the top isolated here, I can start editing the trees. So we'll start, I'm going to bring the whites up there, right about there to 45, and the blacks as well. I'll drag those down, just add a bit of contrast. And now I'm going to go to the creative panel and I'll add some vibrance, nothing too crazy. You don't want to make it look like Willy Wonka. I find I want my grades to look good, but not obvious. So there you go. Perfect right there. We'll start with that, maybe even a bit lower down there. Okay, perfect. So now already we've got the trees kind of masked perfectly there, already standing out a lot more than they were. And now we need to edit the bottom half of the image. So I'm going to Command C on Mac and Command V and paste a new Lumetri color. Obviously that just doubled up on the trees. So go into the new one and go to the mask and click inverted. Boom. So now we have an inverted mask, and I'm going to click reset so we can edit down here without affecting the rest of the top of the image here. So I'm going to start by bringing the blacks way down here, bring the whites up a little bit there. I really want that foreground to stand out a lot. There's not a ton I'm going to do to this actually. I think I want to keep it pretty natural looking, but already if I turn the effects off, boom, you see those trees just light up, a lot more contrast on the orca itself. And then the final touch that I've been enjoying doing lately to my GH5 footage is just adding a little grain. So I've got this grain right here. You can find free grains pretty much all over the web. So I've got this grain, and you need to set the opacity to overlay. So as soon as I drop it on normal, it'll look like that. Switch to overlay, boom, and I've got this nice dirty grain. Maybe lower the opacity to about 56, nothing too crazy. And then what you want to do is make sure that your masks are tracking for your entire clip. So as the image moves, you need the mask to stay in the area that you put it at. So you could either click this play button here on each mask and it will track each selected mask forward. I find this tool to be very unreliable. So what I do, select all the keyframes here. So you're saying a keyframe and then move to the end of your clip right here and then click on the mask again and just make sure that everything is lined up as it was at the start. And then you can even go through frame by frame just to make sure that your mask stays in the same place. Pretty easy for this clip that I've selected here. So there we go. We got a nice before and after on this first clip. Again, if you want more in-depth tutorials, my GH5 Masterclass is in the link below. And now for this next clip, let's see what we can do. So this is a shot for Corona, the beer company. I want this beer bottle to pop out. I don't want to brighten up the whole image too much. I want to add just some masks to make this Corona bottle pop out. So let's start again, go into color, make any change here. I'll just make it super bright, and then we'll go back to editing, and I will make a mask here. And you can get very, very specific with how you place this mask. It depends how much care and detail you want to put into whatever it is you're working on. You know, if it's a client piece, I'll end up spending a lot more time making sure that my masks are perfectly laid out. So I can click along here and add new little nodes and drag them so they fit perfectly around the area that I want to show. So there we go. I'm just doing this kind of quick and dirty for you guys. You probably don't want to stay here the whole time and watch me shape this to a beer bottle. Make it a little boring, but you can kind of understand what I'm going for here. And then again, you can add a feather just so it has a bit of a gradient and eases up. So now we've got a mask around our beer bottle, which is nice. See, even with just that, we can brighten it up. You see the thumb lighting up here a little bit, so you want to be careful of that for sure. But we can basically start to make changes just to this beer bottle. I want it to stand out. I don't look that it looks disgusting, but that's a good way if you want to get your mask perfect, crank the brightness up. But I just want it to stand out a little bit more. Maybe the highlights just a smidge, nothing too crazy. And then we can make another one of these. So I'll go Lumix color, Command C, Command V. Obviously we will reset it all, and I'll make a new mask. And I'll just put a little mask around the fire here. Not too many changes I want to make, but I thought this was a good tutorial for some of you that don't know about the capabilities of Premiere and Final Cut to just isolate areas of your clips so you can bring out the details in different areas. I find this really useful for drone footage as well. That looks kind of, if the sky looks blown out when I bring the brightness up. Let's delete that there. Okay, so we've got our mask here, and I want to feather this one quite a bit. And let's just say I want to add a bit of brightness to this fire. Not too much, so add some to the highlights. And then I maybe want to add a bit of vibrance to make it nice and warm. Don't want to go over the top as always. So there we go. So if I turn on the before and after, you can see that we've got a nice difference already. And obviously, I'm going to try and keep this pretty natural. I'm going to throw that grain over top again right here. Just to kind of, so if I'm looking at it again, you want to run through your clip again. You want to make sure that your mask is placed properly across the whole clip. So you want to do some motion tracking because it's going to move a bit. I think it looks a little bit unnatural when I watch it back. It just looks a little bit too bright. So I'm going to turn down the whites just a little bit. And then I would basically make sure, I would keyframe all of these to make sure that they match up for the entire clip. So there you have it. That is how I do some more advanced color grading. I know that was very quick. Obviously, I would spend more time masking and all of that. But that is a little tutorial how I grade my GH5 footage. My new storytelling and filmmaking workshop is out now. How I craft my films, how I crafted my latest film for the beer company Corona. If you guys are interested, check that out. Leave any questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.